Hey, good afternoon from Alaska Airlines Arena on the campus of the University of Washington. Broken hand. Time now for your Joe TV starting lineups. A young starting lineup for the New York
defensive end. And while they limited Phoenix, they just didn't have the opportunity to break out of it and to get transition points. And that'll be a real key here today for the...
That one's missed as well. Congratulations to Natasha Howard for winning that award after winning 2 Players of the Week award in June. And here's Sammy Whitcomb attacking on the left side, and she will go to the free.
And Sammy Whitcomb getting a step on the defender, and then getting raked right the arm for the 2 shots of the foul line. You like getting in.
Has only taken 69 free throws.
Out and run on that possession on the replay. Howard can't finish, but you get that opportunity 10 times, she'll score on 9 of them.
Ooh, good post position to turn around and score. That's exactly where Mercedes wants the basketball.
And she has the height advantage over Rashonda Gray. 3 inches in that matchup that she can use to her advantage.
Dunk down Charles. She's immediately doubled. Now the double goes away, and it's one-on-one on Howard. The jump hook up and in. So gorgeous. Clark gets a pick left to right. She'll fire from the corner and it hits. I believe it was. At least the officials say it was. 7 on the shot clock for Kia Nurse. Working on Howard. Ooh, look at that move. Get in. Yes, it does. Wow.
Pretty good for both teams. It can be hard to get started with this early game time sometimes.
Charles handoff to Nurse. Tries her hand to the J. That one's good. So Kia Nurse won box the last few games, but for obvious reasons. When you don't have Sue, you don't have Jewel, you don't have Brianna. It's tough to put up those 80 points a game that you were basically scoring last year on average. Offensive rebound, Clark. Dump it low. Another good post up for Mercedes Russell. She's
gets it board, finding the mismatch on that O board. Mercedes Russell with position and with a guard behind her.
Nurse step back 3. She's got it really going right in this game. Up and down. Does this favor Seattle or New York, you think?
Well, usually New York gives up a lot of points. They score a lot of points. On the floor right now, I think should be on the ballot for most improved player. Mercedes Russell and Kia Nurse, 2 different teams, but both really improved. Alcon has scored in a variety of ways.
Mercedes Russell won.
It's a good matchup for Mercedes Russell, using her strengths. When Brianna Stewart's on the floor, it's after tearing her Achilles. She's watching.
There's been about 3 or 4 of those today that Seattle is just ill-advised. Rain Kakunwe in the middle, up and in. The second-year player out to 4 New York points.
From behind, she hadn't got that full head of steam yet.
There's a head of steam to the rim. Boy, that's what you want to see Natasha Howard do right there.
Yeah, it doesn't go. Keep working. She doesn't change her facial expression. Her body language is superb.
Ooh, great pulling pass. Good catch by Mercedes Russell. Can't get it. And Nurse running back the other way.
And a baseline speed to just beat the defense back.
Back in for the Liberty. 11 points now for Kia Nurse to lead all scorers in a 16-16 game. Zealous cutting into the middle. They don't see her. Polina, nice pump faking up. Oh, man. And Tanisha Wright, our old friend, is into the game. She flips it up from the elbow. No good. Offensive rebound with 6 seconds left. That one's off the mark. And again, put back up and in by Rain Kakunwe. 3 seconds left for Zealous. She'll fire it up and get it blocked by Nurse. And that will be the end of a pretty entertaining. And here comes all the way to the rim is Asia Doer, is intercepted by Shavante Zealous. She's going to try to take it coast to coast, and she gets tackled. And she will go to the free.
In the weak side, trying to pass it over the top. And she knew exactly what was coming, and then just feeling the duty motion, she's going to at least get 2.
An all-star in 2013, and she just had
not a good game. But here we are, what, 18 years later?
Yeah, almost 19. That was in 2000. And Sue's still playing.
To play. And I think, why do you want to keep playing? And she's like, what do you mean? I'm going to play because I love the game.
Right.
It's as simple as that.
Whitcomb long range working on.
Yeah, working on stepping out to the three-point line. That was NBA range. That was well beyond the line.
There's Tanisha this time. She got to the 20th anniversary team. That was a no-brainer. She tees up the line right now. Back iron. Gray gets it stripped away from Mosqueda Lewis, but
so much different than a year ago. You're looking at, they could have made some real tremendous amount of value. A lot worse. The doctors were pretty upset. Yeah, I haven't told that before, but with Jewel, I might believe it.
Here's Sammy Whitcomb around the curl, leans and hits. Nice shot. So a lot of parity in this WNBA right now.
And the one thing Seattle does is that right here. They play defense. The best team in the league.
Now they're going to run the other way. Whitcomb lobbing it up. Tough pass, but how about that? And Natasha couldn't put it down, but there is.
Able to cash in where she's usually money, but the good news is that her teammate had her back in Courtney Paris.
Charles rumbles to the rim and misses, but Rashonda Gray jump. That one was not good. She hasn't shot particularly well in this gym, though, even though this was her college gym. Here's a three ball on the way the other way for Tanine in her last 3 games. Here's Tina Charles, little hook shot up and in.
Accolades, 5-time All-Times.
Nice give and go for New York for the bucket there to Boyd and Tanisha Wright. See if Seattle's guards can do some damage offensively. Sammy Whitcomb on cue. No. Offensive rebound, Alicia Clark. Back to Canada. Oh, well set up for Alicia. There you go. That's Jordan Case
to go, but Clark comes down with the board and then gets rewarded with the bucket.
Down low, somebody fell down, and Tina Charles left wide open for the layup there, but I don't think she was the one supposed to be defending Tina Charles. If she was, it was a miscommunication here.
Nice soft touch for the 6'6" Russell.
Right, working on Russell, driving baseline. Skip it.
For dribble. She still got it, though.
There it is, inside on Tanisha Wright. Good help by Tina Charles, and then leaving was Tanisha Wright.
0.9 points per game, but she does so many other things. Right now, she's a distributor.
You got to be in for opportunity. Oh, good pass to Charles. Clark has it. Slip screen by Natasha Howard. Now with 10 on the shot clock. Alicia drives baseline on Nurse. Little push out there, and they caught her. Good call. Alicia didn't know what she did, but Gray far side to Boyd. Double team comes, forces her to pick it up. 2 on the shot clock. Nurse has got to chuck it from NBA range, and hits it. Boyd, her 3rd carom of the game. She tries to force one up in transition, and there you go again, Elise. I mean, just be physical down in the low post in the WNBA, and she has been able to do those things. Canada, 12 on the shot clock. Good acceleration. Lot of contact. Canada getting a screen by Russell. Nope, gives it off to Mosqueda Lewis into the corner. Whitcomb fires one up and hits.
Where they get their scores, you know, when the defense gives it to them, but they're not going to go take it like Brianna Stewart or with Jewel Lloyd or some of these that create their own offense. And so they're learning how to score as a group, and it's hard.
Here's Natasha Howard. That's a rhythm 3. Not exactly her forte. Clark gives it off to Canada. Whitcomb, they do have to defend her behind the arc, no question. He'll look feed inside, a lot of contact.
Advantage of it. Now 12 points, and again, rhythm to Russell where she doesn't have to put the ball. Hesitation, you kind of want to wait and watch and see how you fit in. Now she knows what she has to do, and it's been really fun to see her growth.
Tip control, 5 points on 2 of 4. Howard against Charles. Finds Canada. Pass inside. Oh, that's good ball movement. Got to see more of that. That's why it goes down. You get Natasha Howard in
the lane and draw the defense. You kick it back out to Howard, who's wide open. It's how it works, but you have to get the passes in and out of the lane.
10 on the shot clock for Nurse. Clark brings the double team with Russell. They retreat. Russell goes back, sets her feet. No call there either. Canada. Now to Alicia Clark. Trying to bring Whitcomb off 2 and 3 screens on this possession. Good low post position. Oh, backdoor cut. Mercedes Russell. Great cut, great sit for a fairly extended period of time, you would think. Howard, boy, now starting to feel it.
There's 2 players down in the backcourt.
Canada, skip pass. This is where Whitcomb is deadly. 50. Canada off a screen from Russell. Here's Howard. Oh, the pin and the foul. Boy, oh boy, the screen. And then
I love the ability with her strength and size.
Seattle can win this game. She is our most valuable player.
And it's a game for Mercedes Russell that, you know, she's coming on. She's getting a lot of minutes and opportunity. Her confidence is growing, and she's a big part of this team now.
Here's Nurse with a three-ball in the way and up and in. And before that, and just a little bit too soft. Nice run out by Nurse. Gets behind the defense. And Kia's been getting Tina shooting away from the basket instead of leaning in towards the basket. Oh, nice no look there by Jordan Canada.
A little fragment of a step on you, she's going to score it. One of the fastest players in the league with the ball in her hands.
And here's Nurse.
She is going off.
22 points on 8 of 10. Howard drives in. That's a good-looking shot. A little long. No! Thought it might have been off. Into the game for the first time, Avery Worley-Talbert. Charles again fading away, and this time she hits it.
To move the defense with your eyes. You don't have to fake the ball. You don't have to fake a pass. Just look away from where you're going, and the defense can't predict.
Charles toes up the line and hits Tina Charles.
And instead, New York, what an answer run from them.
Howard into traffic, a lot of contact. No, gets her own rebound. And she'll challenge Worley-Talbert, and she puts it up. No good. There's the offensive rebound from Shavante Sellis.
On the boards, whatever it takes.
Clark on a 3-on-3 the other way. Finds Kalina Mosqueda-Lewis wide open.
And finally, and nailing the three was Mosqueda-Lewis.
So many more rhythm shots here for Seattle in the second half than they got in the first, and a foul on Natasha Howard will send Charles.
She's made more threes than they've been in the history of college basketball on the women's side.
So we won't see her until probably the 6 or 7 minute mark left in the game, and
4 fouls.
Give Seattle free throws, but Mercedes misses the first and Lewis now to Langhorne. Ball moving around the perimeter. Lots of touches, and that equals a jump shot. Reset the clock to 14. Kaka-Kunway spinning in the lane. Nice little move there and off the window. Wow, that was... Kaka-Kunway with it. Boyd thinks about it. Got to make something happen with 2 on the shot clock. Steps into it. Long ball and knocks it. Tanisha Wright all the way to the window. Shot blocked by Mosqueda-Lewis, but Tanisha gets it right back and lays it up and in. Oh, see Mosqueda-Lewis off the back iron. Here's Boyd. Now Wright.
Mosqueda-Lewis is down.
Trailer 3. No good. Rain Kaka-Kunway as Kalina Mosqueda-Lewis is still down in the backcourt. Looked like an ankle. And she will undoubtedly have to come out, and we'll get Jordan Canada back in. And this is just, you got to be, if you're a Storm fan.
Immediately, and
top of your, let's see, right off the shot, step back.
Right here, it looks like she either slipped on a wet spot, but her right leg just kind of went out from under. She's in some pain and can't put a lot of pressure.
Down for a couple minutes.
It's been an 8-0 make it game. All momentum on New York's side.
Canada driving baseline. Good feed to Zellis, and she is erupted on underneath. I guess Zellis will go to the free throw line. Good vision here by Jordan Canada.
Yeah, beautiful pass. Just gets clobbered.
Rashonda Gray, her 4th foul.
Get credit for the assist. Because
I understand that.
I 100% agree. It doesn't make any sense that, why wouldn't she get an assist for that?
Right. Here's Charles with it. Kick it to the corner. Tanisha Wright for the lead. There it is. The for Seattle. New York doesn't add to it on that possession. Alicia Clark's going to check back in. You would imagine fairly soon. Natasha
is just 5'6". It shows way. But she doesn't mind if you come over late. She's with that move.
Wright has the top of the circle. Dumping it to Tina Charles. 1-on-1, and she draws the foul on Mercedes Russell. Had one player get more than 7.
At the age of 37 in assists.
12 on the shot clock. Big screen from Russell. Canada step back and misses badly, but there's Russell to put it. Boyd against Howard, a little short. Another rebound by Rain Kaka-Kunway. Back to Charles. Good. Let me tell you about Rain Kaka-Kunway tonight. Tough.
And the rebounding taking a toll on the Storm. They had the stop. They couldn't get the board.
Great feed underneath. From three-point range in clutch time. This
getting to the line a lot and then being able to cash in there has been huge for them in late in ball games.
14th lead change of the game. Charles trying to make it 15. And Howard, one-on-one, should take advantage of this. And does off the window. That was Natasha Howard. Double team. Kicks it out Charles. Got the quickness of Canada on her way out there. Boyd has it. Into the corner. Big shot from T. No good. Air ball. Seattle, that's got to be a foul. Are you kidding me?
For Dan Hughes, he knows no matter what.
Seattle all the way down. Now Russell missed her first free throw. But this one.
Former Mercedes Russell, who is an excellent foul shooter. But this is a lot of minutes, and there's been a lot of physical play. I wonder if she's a little worn down here late.
Charles, step back. Snuggles at home. Another lead change. That is 17 in the game.
24 points now for Charles. She's been unstoppable.
Canada, speaking of unstoppable on the push, she goes right down Broadway and lays it in with the left.
Nice move, taking what the defense gives you, and that's a lane to the bucket on the left side, and now 5 Storm players in double figures.
Tanisha, now to Gray. Lob it up top. Tina Charles, double team. Good defense by Seattle, but the 5-time All-Star says, hey, no big deal.
This has been bucket followed by bucket. Neither team right now can type of game, high scoring. But Seattle's right in this one. Their defense has not been able to shut down Charles.
See what play Dan Hughes decides to run here. Reversing the basketball. Mercedes loses sight of the basketball. Oh, turnover by Seattle at the worst possible time.
The clock stopped for a moment.
For a couple seconds it did. Saw that. 18-second differential. Charles. Hook shot. In and out. That was big. 1-second differential. Where are you going here? Mercedes?
I think you go two-man game with Canada and with Howard.
Here's Whitcomb. Far side. Gives it up to Canada. Here comes the two-man game. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Canada attacking. Tries to get it to Natasha and does. Natasha spinning. Big three. Shot of the season for Jordan. No. Tipped around. Who's got it? Up by Alicia. At the buzzer and it goes off the mark. And New York comes.
But you just can't get the ball to go in the hoop. Canada plenty of time. Look at all that arch. But off and then the O-board the fight. If there were one more second in the game, boarded and put that ball in.
Well, that's going to do it for us on this matinee game.